Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening. Damon Gonzalez from Latin Box Sports. Welcome to the Slip Punches Show. We're back again tonight. We have a couple of fighters lined up this evening, starting off with a lightweight prospect coming out of Orlando, Florida, Sean Mason. He's going to join us any minute on the live broadcast. Once again, man, we appreciate all the support, all the fans, and everybody that's following and being involved with the Slip Punches show, and just doing again what everybody else in sport and the community of boxing is doing. It's reaching out to one another and just getting good interviews and getting good feedback and trying to keep it positive, trying to keep it alive out here in the sport. So we're looking forward. We're looking forward every day to keep on punching. As you know, on June 9th, we're going to have some live boxing in Las Vegas. We look forward to that. Top Rank's going to be doing a show highlight by the WBO champion, Shakur Stevenson. So we're looking forward to see Shakur back in the ring. Unfortunately, back in March, I was on my way to New York City to JFK Airport, and the fight was canceled in New York City when all of this started to break out. With the coronavirus and stuff. So, it was really tough times. Everybody had to go through rocky roads. And, we strongly suggest, again, everybody stay safe, remain safe at your homes and take care of each other and look out for each other and do the best you can with everything that you're doing. Give a shout out to a couple of my friends out there. Of course, my boys up in Sidestep Boxing in Brandon, Florida. My boy Will, my boy Danny, Brian. Give a shout out to Boxing Playhouse, the Santana. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Front Proof Media, to Joseph. Yo, Joseph, that's my dude right there. Always doing something big in the sport with his podcast. You guys got to check out Front Proof Media's podcast. They got a really great podcast. It's on fire. Later on this evening, we have a really good fighter coming on with us. He's from Texas, and he is an ABO champion, a heavyweight champion with the ABO belt. And we're looking forward to spend some time with Mr. Torres in a couple hours. Mr. Torres will be fighting this June in the Top Rank card, which we'll get into detail and talk about that more as we discuss that in his show. So we're just waiting for Mr. Mason to join us. All right, here he is. He's coming aboard. Kind of give it a couple of more minutes. Here we go. Yes, hi. We have Sean Mason in the building. How you doing, champ?
What's up? What's up, everybody? How everybody doing?
Sean the Untouchable Mason. How you doing, man? How's everything going? Dealing with the situation with the coronavirus, being locked up at home and what have you. I see you doing a lot of workouts in the gym. How's that working out for you?
Everything's going good. I was able to help people out in London and Africa so far. So really, it's really been beneficial for me. I really haven't experienced the whole, oh, this is one of the worst things ever situation. This is actually one of the best.
I'll tell you what, you've been in 4 professional fights. I've been to one of your fights. I had the opportunity to shoot photography in your last fight. You got some great hands on you. I like what you've been doing. Take us back to when you started in boxing. How did that work out for you? How old were you, and what inspired you?
So I grew up in an environment where you're around a bunch of people who has to be the top dog, right? So I used to fight a lot growing up as a kid. So when my mom used to know I fight a lot, she was like, "We got to get you in the boxing gym," and I wanted to box either way. So she went and got me into this boxing gym over Florida, in Orlando, Florida, called Ivy Lane, and it was Harris Boxing Gym. I don't know if anybody heard about Harris Boxing Gym, but that's where I started at. And my mom got me signed up, and ever since then, I just been working and working and working because I found fighting fun. It was fun to me. So once she got me into there, I guess she saw something in me that was like, I got to keep him consistent in boxing. So ever since then, my mom would always push me to continue boxing, continue working hard, and just staying focused.
That's awesome. Now that's the gym of the late Mr. Harris. Is that correct? The Mr.
Yes,
that passed away.
yes.
Wow, wow. Great gentleman, great family, great gym to be raised around. And when did you connect with trainer Josue? Was it due to your four professional fights?
So the way I got connected with Josue was like me and my mom. When you want to elevate in life, you have to make changes. So we talked to my dad. He knew somebody, which is Josue, and my dad, you know, put us in front of Josue. The whole
You with us, champ? We kindly apologize for any technical difficulties. Um, Sean, give us a call back. Hang up and call us back. He's going to call us back. We apologize again for any technical difficulties. As you know, in Florida, there's a lot of storms that come through. So, that kind of messes up the Wi Fi. I know there's going to be a day I'm going to do a live show and all the power is going to go out. It just happens. It's part of being in Florida. Once again, I mentioned the June 9th card with Top Rank and, of course, the June 11th card that they're going to have as well in Las Vegas. Of course, there's going to be no media at these cards with Top Rank. It's just going to be an enclosed door fighting event broadcasted by ESPN, ESPN Plus. But it's exciting. It's exciting that we're going to have boxing back, man. And, in any level, it's just great to have it back. It's going to be great to see these kids get back in the ring again. So we're definitely looking forward to that. I'm hearing a lot of things I know everybody's been talking about. I've been seeing it all over Twitter in regards to Earl Spence and Danny Garcia. We'll definitely get into that. And here go Mr. Mason. We'll get him back on the line. What's
I'm
good?
sorry, everybody.
No, it's all
I
good,
had to,
champ. It's all good.
I had to change locations, man. Somebody trying to stop my shine.
Nah, it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm just
I was
messing.
just explaining. Sometimes the weather can cause a lot of problems with Wi-Fi. So,
Yeah.
we in Florida, we can't really apologize for that.
1 minute it be super sunny while it's raining.
So let me ask you, in your young career and growing up, how much do you study boxing and what do you think about old school boxing? Do you study tape? Do you look at old fighters? What were your favorite fighters growing up as a young man?
So growing up, I used to study like the really old fighters where when the screen was black and white when it was when it was barely black fighters in boxing. I used to study those, and then as the years go on, there was a few more. But I like Jersey Joe. He was a really good you know person to study. I like exactly what he does. I don't know if people know this, but I favor off of him a lot because that's somebody big I study. When it comes to the new school boxers, I don't really study too many of them because there's a lot of stuff that I don't see. Or like Robert Durhan, I like to study him too. He's a beast in the inside. So far as growing up, it used to be to a point where I'll be up 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'll go put a video on YouTube on how to do the pads, and there'll be a dude going like this, jab, straight to left hook, and I'll be standing in front of the TV going like this, jab, right hook, left hook. Like I used to take the study into a whole nother level because I used to get into a lot of people who was a lot better than me, and I always tell them like I'm gonna get better than you one day, and now I lived up to it just from being consistent.
That's what's up. That's awesome. Sean, a couple of years ago in 2018, it was like right in the beginning of your career. You have an opportunity to go to Brooklyn, New York, and train in the Gleason gym, legendary Gleasons. Talk about that experience going to that gym. That's of course one of the landmarks of
Yeah.
pure boxing in New York City. How was that experience for you as a young fighter?
The vibe is like real old schoolish. Everybody's in there's a lot older. The conversations are a lot different. You know, but they still have fun though. So it was a real good experience just to be around people who's been around for years, who've seen all these old fighters retire, who've seen all the new fighters come in. So they I went out there. They taught me a lot. Of course, everything you do, so you take what you can and you move forward with it. I took a lot of information from them, and just being around them, I even got to meet Deontay Wilder's trainer, who I didn't even know he was training Deontay. I got to meet him and I didn't realize. So that, lets me know, gotta pick up on some information.
Oh, no doubt. That must have been great. And Sean, look, you're great. You're a great young man. You're all over the place. I see you mowing the mall, mowing the grass. I see
Yeah.
you hitting the mitts with young kids. Man,
Mhm.
you like to give back as a young fighter, and that's encouraging. Talk about that.
So that's like one of my biggest things, because I don't see I know a few people who made it in life and they don't really, communicate to people who, when they was both right here, you know. So I didn't want to be that person that makes it in life and never give back to those who wants to come up, because there's a lot of people in this world that, works hard but doesn't get the recognition because they don't have a fan base, they don't have this or they don't have that. They're missing something that gives them the exposure.
Right.
I know how it felt to be like that at one point. So I want to be that person where I want to be the people's champ. I want everybody to love me. Like, of course you're gonna have your haters. I know it comes with the game, but overall, I'm gonna be the people's champ. Everybody's gonna know if you need help, if you need advice, Sean Mason there to help you. He there to let you know what's right and what's wrong. He's there to let you know about business ideas, help you out. Like, I just want to be known as the hero, not the villain. That's my thing.
So where's your mind at? Are you focused, or are you thinking about star power, or you just taking it one fight at a time? Where are you at in your goals?
Um, I really can't say as far as that, but I know my end goal is to be a world champion. However we get there, we get there. But I know my end goal is to be a world champion.
What inspires you as a young fighter? You're doing so much great things in Orlando, Florida. The community embraces you, they love you. Talk to your fans and relate to them as a young fighter and how this experience is going for you, because boxing's not for everybody.
No. So, my biggest motivation is my fans. When I'm in that ring and I got a lot of people screaming at me, telling me that they want me to win, telling me that just whatever my fans tell me, that's really my motivation. Sean, I can't wait to see you fight. I can't wait to see you go up there. You win the WBC belt, you win this belt, you win that belt. Like, all of that is just like my motivation. And being young and getting that type of recognition. I don't have an amateur background. I don't have, oh, he was a great amateur. All I have is what I have right now. And for what I'm getting for what I have right now, feels good. So it's constant people just constantly telling me this, constantly telling me that, and it just keeps the motor going. Like, within by the end of this year, man, I'm looking to help change at least 100 lives. Help
And you
motivate people to fully take their craft to the next level. Like, I know there's a few people who play baseball, but they be slacking, basketball, but they be slacking. I want to be that person where they look at me like, yo, if he could do it, I could do it too. Let me stop messing around and what I'm doing and take it fully serious.
you were definitely an athletic kid. You played football, basketball. You did all the sports in school.
Yeah, I did
That's
it all.
awesome. You like a little Bo Jackson.
Yeah, you could say that. I did it all, and I was good at I was good at everything I did.
So like your four fights, the first three fights, whack. You caught your opponents TKO, KO. You were able to get them out of there right away. You really didn't get any work done. Your fourth fight, you won by unanimous decision. There wasn't really adjustments to make because you fought at your pace, and I took notice to that ringside.
Hmm.
Talk about that fight because you actually handled it better than you just go in there and get them out of there. This was different for you, and I noticed that.
Yeah. So with me going into this fight, I already had on my mindset I don't want this to be a one rounder. I wanted this fight to go the distance so I could actually get to display more skills than what I usually show. You know, and on top of that, I went up weight, so I wasn't trying to go in there with somebody way bigger than me and try to bang them out. That's just not using your brain. You go up weight, now you got to box. You can't go out there and try to knock a bigger dude out. It just don't work like that. I mean, it do, but you don't. That's not what you want to do. So with me doing that, I know when I get in there, my first thing what I need to establish is my jab. Show people I could use my jab. Show people I could throw it straight right. Because I didn't want to build my career off of first round knockouts, and then everybody end up saying, oh, what if the next person he fight, he don't knock him out, then what? Then he get tired in the later rounds. Then this, then that. It comes behind being a knockout artist and not doing rounds. Everybody's gonna start criticizing you for everything you can't do, this, that. I didn't want to display that. I wanted to be one. Sean can box. Oh, he could box too. Now he could bang it out, or he could box. That's what I was looking for in that fight.
Now, one thing I do pick up in you, and I interview fighters all the time, and there's some fighters like, I don't know if I want to fight that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not ready. You don't care who you fight or when you fight. That's kind of what I pick up from you.
Yeah. So with that, I want to bring back that old school fighting, where the best fights the best. I don't want to duck nobody. If you got a belt and that's what I need, I got to come get it off of you.
Okay. So if your team and your handler comes to you and say, this is who we got for you, you're ready to go.
I'm fighting. Listen, if it's going to help better my career and better me as a person, I'm going to do it. We all saw what happened to Canelo when he lost to Floyd. Now look how good he is.
Now look,
can't be scared.
Your division, you're a lightweight, correct?
Yes.
Your division is one of the marquee divisions in this era of sports right now, with the team Lopez and Tank and Kingery and Haney and all these guys. These guys are your age. They're not older than you. They're like your age. How exciting it is to you to be coming into the sport fighting, knowing that some years down the line you could be fighting for a world title with one of them.
Oh, I'm excited. They got big names. Of course, I would come in as the underdog, but I'm not one of those average underdogs that come in just to lose. Well, just because the name, their name is gonna be here. Everybody already know who they are. They're gonna be like, who is this kid? Who's this? I'm gonna have to be the one that has to come in and prove something. And I like that. I'm not, I don't. If I have to be the underdog or be the one that says who is this kid, that's perfect. Because then that puts more pressure on me to show y'all, what a champ is, what a champ look like. Because I'm not a champ just inside the ring. I'm a champ outside of the ring.
And I definitely see that and know that, man. And don't get into all that trademark stuff, because it is the sport. We're all doing what we're doing. Like I told a fighter the other day, you fight right. It's our job to deserve to interview and just to put it out there for the boxing world. But your job is to do what you're doing, man. And it's super exciting to see you as an up and coming fighter. Now, for the followers that are following us on this Flip Punches show, tell them how they can follow you on social media.
So y'all can catch me on IG at Sean_Mason_. And for Facebook, you can just catch me at Sean Mason. Simple as that. Now, when you type in my Instagram, you might see something that says the best boxer ever. That's me.
So that's Sean, I'm giving a couple of shout outs, man. A couple of shout outs to Francisco Salazar that's checking in. Jorge Ramos, who's up champ from Texas. He's checking in on us. My boy Chop Carl, he's on the line. Yeah, Chop Chop's down. Again, we're a community, man, and this is awesome for everybody across the board. Now, listen, I'm sure you heard about it. I'm sure you read about it. Let's just throw it out there. You got Errol Spence and you have Danny Garcia. Let's look at that. And you, again, as a fighter, what are your thoughts of that fight? Give us some thought and give me your thoughts and who you think will win a fight like that in the welterweight 147 division. Both decorated, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are your thoughts?
Man. Yeah, and then on top of that, with Errol Spence coming out the car accident, I don't know how is he gonna fight when he fights, when he goes in there with him. I got Earl winning, but I don't know how he's gonna win. I don't know if it's gonna be unanimous, a split, TKO. I know he's gonna win though. That's one thing I can say. That's why I like Errol Spence. I like the dog in him. He don't gotta have the fastest jab, the hardest punch, but
that's the only thing, champ, I can't take away from him, because for him to jump in a fight with Garcia instead of taking a tune-up
can.
Yeah, right. Or somebody that, to make sure that he's 100%. You know what I mean? Instead, jumping right into the war room. So I give mad props to that, because that's what champions do. To be honest, they're not going to go lower. And that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Thinking the same thing.
Who do you like in the fight?
Who do I like?
Yeah, who do you like, Spence or Danny Garcia from Philly?
I got Spence. I like Danny, but I'm more on Spence winning. I just like I said, I don't know how he's gonna win because Danny's been training. Earl Spence took what, a month to change off and got into a car accident. His face might be fragile. He might get punched, split easily. Like I just don't know what exactly Earl Spence is gonna go through when they start fighting. So this is not one of them fights where I'm fully 110% he go win, but I'm going for him to win though.
Oh, no doubt. That sounds like a good prediction on your end. Of course, I got my comments on it and what I think and what have you. But let me ask you, and I ask a lot of the fighters all the time because everybody has a different comfort zone with their tools of war. What's your
Mhm.
favorite glove that you fight with?
I couldn't hear you.
What's your favorite gloves that you fight with, that you feel comfortable, that you punch with? The Everlast Grand
So
Rival glove you
I,
use.
I use these gloves. Like these are my favorite gloves. They're called they're from Title, but they're Pro Mex style gloves.
Oh, the Promex. Yes, of course.
Yeah, those are my favorite gloves. Like I didn't use Grants. I didn't use I can't think of what they call right now. But I use all the top brand gloves, and nothing beats the Pro Mex for me. Like they're perfect. The cushion is good. The cuff right here is good. The thumb part is good. Everything is good for me. And they're not stiff either. They're like already broken in. So I use them for sparring, training, and soon I'm gonna get them to be used in my fights.
Hey, right now, Orlando is a serious hotspot for boxers that are getting ready for fights, that are training. Morero's over there, Miguel Cruz, my boy Christopher Petufo Diaz. Have you got to work with any of those guys? Have you get to spar at all yet since the
Uh,
coronavirus situation?
I got to work with Josue. I got to work with actually a few people before the coronavirus. Since after I haven't been really around a lot of people because the coronavirus is still active. But before that, I worked with a lot of those people that you named.
Now, I know, you as a fighter, and it's obvious seeing your posts in social media, you're a huge fan of boxing, correct? You're a
Yeah.
big fan of boxing, correct? So the other day in training camp, I
Hmm.
saw Baby Miller, heavyweight Baby Miller from Top Rank, was in Orlando, and you got to see him, right? You see
Yeah.
him? Did he say
Yeah.
anything to you? Did you ask him anything? How'd that go?
So I like it because he's not one of those, oh, I'm a star, you can't talk to me type of people. You could talk to
That's
me, have
good.
a regular
Oh, yeah.
conversation. He's good people. And it was crazy. I got to see him spar, so that was pretty lit. You know,
He's no
looking
joke.
good.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you right now, he's no
he
joke.
he's undefeated for a reason.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he got to spar. He got to spar. The heavyweight that was in that picture. That's our heavyweight. Me and Josue's training with him. He's part of our team. So that was good work for him. And he's good people, man. I ain't gonna say too much, but he good people.
No, but I'm glad. It's nice, man. It's always great when I see fighters do what they do and you guys connect with each other because that's so important for the sport, especially as young athletes like yourself. Get
Hmm.
into chemistry. Talk about the foundation with you and your trainer and your cut, man. Give a shout out to your team and talk about how awesome it's been with this short run, these past four fights you have with them.
Shout out, shout out to Cornerman Boxing. Shout out to Body Kit Customs. They make the dopest gear. They make the gear for all the top prospects. And I want to shout out to Team Mason. They're my biggest supporters. And far as what you was asking me, what was the question one more time so I can make sure I answer it correctly?
The chemistry of your team, your trainer,
Okay.
cut man, everybody together. Give me your thoughts on
So
how it's going.
so with that, everything's going good with my training camp because everybody knows their role. Just like a basketball, when people play basketball, there's a point guard, shooting guard, smart forward, power forward, and center. Everybody has to play their position. A point guard can't be a center, and the center can't be a shooting guard. Everybody has to play their role. So with the chemistry with us, everybody knows their role. Everybody knows what's the overall end vision. We all know where we're going at. So as long as you do what you do, I do what I do, things can run smoothly. And that's really how, a good team works, is when everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. If one's out of line, you let him know. He fixes it, continue moving forward. There's ups and downs in every training camp. Always going to be like that, But the ones that continue flourishing and being better is the ones that correct it.
Champ, that's well said, and I appreciate you giving us those comments. Now, earlier when we discussed, your goals in boxing, of course, you were straight out, I want to be a world champion. And that's super awesome. But in addition to that question, okay, or that answer you gave, okay, the 4 major belts, the WBC, right here, the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, the WBA. If you as a young fighter have a dream, which one of the 4 would you want to fight for?
I mean,
good question.
It's kind of hard to say, because if I could fight somebody that has all the belts, I'm gonna fight him. But
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But if I had to get one right now today, I'm going for the WBC.
Beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful little thing there? That's a beautiful belt, right? WBC dope, man. Those are my family, man. I love the WBC.
That's nice.
Family, good, wonderful people. And
nice.
Again, you got to do what you got to do. Dream big.
Mm-hmm. Dream
big. That's what it's all about. It's such a pleasure having you come on with us this evening on the Slip Punch. We're going to continue, of course, to follow your career and do the best to support you and be there for you. And again, we would love to have you back.
That's a bet, man. Let's do it, man. I just want to say something. Everybody, stay safe during this coronavirus. I know you want to go out. Stay away from as many people as you can. If you got to go work out, go work out. If you need to go to the grocery store, go to the grocery store, get in and get out. Because I want everybody to stay safe and get back home to their family safely.
Champ, I appreciate your comments. Thank you so much for joining us. And we
no problem.
All right? Keep on posting. All right, take care.
See you later, everybody.
All right. Sean Mason, the Untouchable Mason. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in the Slip Punches show. Really great kid. We're super excited about him. We hope to see him continue to do better and bigger things. And once again, thank you for joining us at the Slip Punches show. We'll be back in another hour. Thank you.